Morning. It's Bathurst Day. I'm just running up to the supermarket to get a couple of things out of the way so I can sit down and watch the start of the race. And then I'll watch a few laps, maybe the first 5 laps. And then I want to run down to the yard where the buses are. And I've got a job I want to try and do on the F150. Give it a wash as well. It's still covered in dust from being up home last week. So, lovely day here in Sydney. I'll go up and get this stuff done, go and watch the beginning of the race, and then see if I can get this job done. It's an easy job, but I've realised that I might not be able to do it on my own. I'll explain later. Alright, I'm going to watch a few laps of this, then I'll head down to the yard, see if I can get this job done on the F150. Welcome to another episode of Steve Stuff! Well, it's actually a week later. I got down to the yard and last week and I had to wait for the exhaust to cool down so I could get out of the car. So I washed the car, I washed the ute, I washed all the tarry dirt off it, and whilst I was doing that, a storm started blowing in and I just gave up. I thought, nah, I'm not going to get caught here, so I went home. And it's funny because as the storm was coming towards Sydney, it hit Bathurst, which made the last 50 laps of the Bathurst race very interesting, and that's what I did for the rest of Sunday. So here we are the following Sunday and I'm heading back down to the yard right now. Don't have to wash the car because I've barely used it since I washed it, but what I am going to have it go at is that job. Going to go out of my comfort zone. I've never done anything like this before. I don't have a hoist. It may be a bit difficult and I'm by myself, so I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'll give it a go anyway. Let's see how we go. That's the original exhaust. There's a hole in the resonator. Actually, if I can get under, I'll show you. There, can you see that? I've actually patched it with some exhaust cement and it's done the job, but the question is now, you know, do I go and get a new one? Do I delete the resonator completely and buy a piece of pipe, or do I try and get the car sounding better and put a complete new exhaust on it? Answer to that question. So I have it brand new. It's amazing what you can buy for these things. Anything, pretty much anything that just bolts straight on. So what we've got here is a Flowmaster catback exhaust. It comes with everything. It's got all the hangers for using the factory mounts. Basically, it's bolt on. What I'm worried about is there's a bit of weight in that whole thing, especially the muffler. We're going to delete the resonator, so there's a piece of straight pipe there that comes straight out of the cat and should make it sound a lot better. But first of all, I've got to get the old one out. So I've got to jack the car up and get under there and lubricate some nuts. Okay, the phone started going flat really quickly, so I've had it on charge and I've been under here. What I've done is I've taken this exhaust stay out of the hanger. I've undone this clamp here, and if I can get you around to the back, I've taken out a couple of, you can't see, can you? Unbolted hanger from there and another one from there. What I want to try and do is twist this out of this join, and then pull the rear section away. You can see I've got those cheap bloody octopus straps that I bought off online the other day that turned out to be tiny, but they're doing the job. That's holding that front section up that is bolted to the just behind the cat. So if I can get this out and then maneuver this whole piece here out over the rear axle and get it out of the way, you can see I've got it strapped up there too. That makes things a lot easier. You know what that is, don't you? Bloody flies are back. Jeepers. And I just cut myself, so I've got blood all down my arm, and the flies are trying to lick me clean. Right, that was a fight. But as you can see there, no exhaust pipe, because it's there. That one. So here's the old, and that eventually came apart. It wouldn't come apart under the car, bloody thing. And that's probably why that was there. Okay, there's the new exhaust. You can see it's much smaller, and the new piece of bar, I've just got it hanging up underneath the car at the moment, but it's delete resonator. So this should have a nice burbly deep V8 sound, which is what I'm after. I might just have a drink of water, clean up some rubbish, and that's a casualty of today to go in the bin. Varley rubber mallet. Yes, I am following the instructions, and I will be putting Loctite on everything. So we've got to use their hardware, not the factory. The factory, the flange here on the factory pipe, it's threaded. So the bolts come in from the cat side and just thread in, there's no nuts. Whereas on the new one, that is not the same. So I've got to use bolts, washers, lock washers, nuts. So I might get under now and have a go at that. So here we are. So here's the flange, original cat converters back here. So this cross member here is holding that in, and I have to thread, I guess I thread from this way into the new one, series of washers and stuff. It's very hard for me to film while I'm under here. You don't really need to see it, so I'll show you when it's done. Right, I'm trying this with the camera on my chest to see, hopefully you can see it. So that goes into that flange there. Up. Through the hole. It's not lining up very well because I've got a bungee cord holding the other end of it, and it's not quite straight, so it's trying to send it off towards the side of the car where I need it to sit now. Let's drop the washer somewhere. Where'd it go? It's the spring washer and I need it. Anyway, so it says washer, no, it says bolt, washer, washer, spring washer, nut, and then some Loctite. I'll do that later. So what I'm going to do is there's three sections. Basically there's the section here on the front, then there's the muffler, well there's four sections actually, then there's the tailpipe, and then there's the, whoops, then there's the tip. New rear section in, and in the hangers, there's one there, there's another one up under there, so that's coming out to there, and now all I have to do is just join the two of them with the muffler. I have got everything in as tight as I can get it. All the hangers are in place. This isn't going anywhere. Loctite dripping down everywhere. I've got it all over my face. That is as tight as I can get it. It looks like it's home. So, brand new exhaust. Didn't think I could do it, but we got there. It's taken about 3 hours. Now there's only one thing left to do. That sounds so much better, but there's one thing I've forgotten. Hello, 4-inch exhaust tip. Let's get this bolted on and we'll have another listen. Righto, I am hot. A good white cap's filthy. Run it through the washing machine when I get home. That sounds great. I'm really happy with that. It was a bit of a bugger of a job. I'm going to get under there now before I take it off the jacks. Just make sure everything's tightened up. I did use Loctite or thread locker on everything, including the exhaust tip. So we should be good to go there. The instructions do recommend a spot weld on both the clamps. I can't do that here right now, so I've just got to hope that the thread locker does its job. So I'll do that, I'll pack up. I might kick both the buses in the guts, Barry, let them run up to idle, air up, and then I'll head home. It's a beautiful day, but I feel like getting back into the house and the air conditioning, watching some TV. I'm off the grog, so no beers. I've got, my blood pressure's been a bit high, I'm not gonna lie to you, I might as well be frank, my blood pressure has been high, runs in the family, but I've got my heavy vehicle driver's license, bus driver's authority medical coming up in a couple of weeks. So I don't want the doctor to panic, go chucking me on all sorts of meds. So what I've done is I haven't had a beer for nearly 3 weeks now. I've cut salt and coffee out of my diet. I'm going for a 30-minute walk every day. I'm sleeping really well. I'm getting up early. I don't know who I am. Who have I become? What have I done with the real me? But anyway, let's hope it all goes well for that medical. I don't drive for a living at the moment, but I have kept all of my credentials up to date because you just never know. So I'll get to getting with this and see you in a bit. Oh no, these two, they were both a bit hard to start. This one needed to be led again. So had to prime the pump. And the Merlin just took a bit longer to crank over than usual. I don't think the charger's particularly in a very good mood. So, calm down now. I've got something planned for this one very soon. I'll let you in on the secret when it gets closer. But if the weather's like this next weekend, now that that exhaust is done in that, I might give this one a pressure wash and have a look at doing the roof. I've got to clean the roof and then clear coat the roof from there back. Can you see the difference in the colour there? That's been clear coated. That's all got to be done. So, a couple of good weather weekends, we can do it. Can't get enough of that sound coming out of that exhaust. It's exactly what I wanted. Good money too, good, I think $1,100 landed and 3 hours of my time. Fantastic. I'm going to go for a long drive now and see, just make sure it's not too droney. The buses both went okay. They were a bit hard to start, but they ran, idled, not too smoky, held air, all good. So I'm working on some more bus stuff for you. I know you like the bus stuff, but a few people reach out and say, hey, you know, we don't mind watching what you're doing with the F-Truck either. So we're almost there with Fat Albert. There is that jingling noise. I'm fairly certain it's the IWE that we've just replaced. But I couldn't get OEM ones anywhere, except there was one place in Australia, they do the right-hand drive conversions on these. He had some in stock, but he wanted like $700 each side. So I bought some aftermarket ones from Amazon, from the US. They were like $280, I think. They looked a bit dodgy when I got them out of the box, but we put them in and it solved the problem. But now, one of them's failed, I think. There's something in there that's loose. So when I'm in two-wheel drive and the vacuum actuates them and they engage, and they pull everything apart, something's jingling. So it could either be the hub actuator, it could be the hub, or it could be the CV axle. Now, we replaced the CV axle in the passenger side on this. There's nothing to stop me going and getting a new one of those, giving the car back to the boys and saying, pull out the actuator, the IWE on the driver's side, because that's where the noise is coming from. Replace it with this brand new one. While you're there, put a new CV axle in.
grease everything up, chockers it with grease, put it all back together, and I reckon that's going to solve the problem. We're almost there with this car. It's taken a while, but we're almost there. It drives beautifully. It ran really well on my run home a couple of weeks back. Really happy with it, but just that jingling noise annoys me. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for now. I'm going to go for a drive in this thing, and as I said, I'm off the grog. So thank you very much for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tell your friends, and I'll see you next time on Steve Stuff. It's not bad, it's just the wrong colour. I know I've said goodbye and everything, but I just got in the car and I just had to floor it to get across an intersection a minute ago. You should hear this thing. I hope you can hear this. Hang on, here we go. Oh my God. I'm going to get in trouble in this thing, I swear. Anyway, ta-da! Maybe just one more. See ya.